Hello children, welcome back again to online class of science. Today our topic is water as a resource. So children, as we know that water is our basic need. We cannot live without water. If we want to survive on our planet Earth, it is very necessary to have plenty of water. Yet, if we ever see a river or lake around our city, we will see that we are facing a very serious problem of water pollution. You can see nowadays lakes and river are so dirty. So it is very important for all of us to educate ourselves about water and water pollution. Water pollution. As you have studied in class 2 that making water dirty is called water pollution. Now, what are the causes of water pollution? Children, water gets polluted because of dumping household waste in river and lakes. Many people throw their household waste in river and lakes. That's why the water of river and lakes gets polluted. Second main cause of water pollution is washing clothes and cattle in water bodies. You might have seen that some people wash their clothes and their domesticated animals like cows and buffaloes in water bodies. This is also not good. Third is throwing chemical waste from factories into lakes and rivers. Factories are having so much chemical waste which is very harmful for us. But if we will throw these waste from factories into lakes and rivers, water will get dirty. As we saw that what are the causes of water pollution, and nowadays water is very much polluted, so it is very unsafe to drink polluted water, as drinking polluted water can cause many severe diseases like cholera, hepatitis A, diarrhea and typhoid. So, to avoid getting these severe diseases, we should know first what are the impurities present in water. So, water impurities are divided into two parts. First is soluble impurities, and the second one is insoluble impurities. Soluble impurities are those impurities which dissolve in water, like germs, chemical from factories. If chemical from factories is mixed with water, it will be very harmful for us and it will be dissolved in water. So that is why this is called soluble impurities. And children, insoluble impurities are those which do not dissolve in water, like mud and stones. The question arises how we can get rid of these impurities, whether it is soluble and insoluble. So students, there are many methods by which we can get pure water, we can get rid of the impurities. We will discuss them one by one. First is removing insoluble impurities. Fine. So for removing insoluble impurities, there are three methods. First is sedimentation, second is decantation, and third one is filtration. By following these three methods, we can get rid of insoluble impurities. First, sedimentation. As you know that mud is an insoluble impurity. So insoluble impurities can easily be separated from the water. So if we will allow muddy water to stand in a container, mud will settle down at the bottom of the container. So the settling down of insoluble impurities present in water is called sedimentation. Fine, as you can see in the picture on the left side, first we were having muddy water. We wait for some time, and after that mud settled down, and at the top we had clear water. So this is the first method of getting rid of insoluble impurities. Second one is decantation. This method follows sedimentation. After sedimentation comes decantation. As we saw that mud was settled down and on the top clear water was there. So now we will pour off the clear water without disturbing the sediment. So this is the method of decantation. Filtration. As you can see that nowadays we all are having, or most of us are having, candle filters or RO. So students, RO is having a membrane or filter inside it. So what do we do in filtration is the water is passed through tiny holes present in that candle filter. Candle filter is having so many pores in them. So by this, fine impurities cannot pass through the pores and hence we get pure water. If we will pass water through these tiny holes, on the other side we will have fine impurities and on one side we will have clean water. So this is also the method of getting clear water when insoluble impurities are there. Fine. Now the second part is removing soluble impurities. As we can see, and I told you earlier as well, that germs and chemicals from factories are soluble impurities. So here there are two methods of removing those soluble impurities. First is boiling and the second one is chlorination. So first method in removing soluble impurities present in water comes boiling. We should boil water for 10 to 15 minutes if you want to have the water which is free from germs, because boiling water for 10 to 15 minutes will kill the germs and we will have water safe for drinking. So this is the first method. Second is chlorination. In this method, what we will do, we will add chlorine to water. Chlorine also kills germs and water is made safe for drinking. So students, as we saw that water is very important, and nowadays we are facing the problem of water pollution. So it is very important that we should store water. As you can see that during rain most of the water gets wasted. So what we can do, we can save this rainwater. It is called rainwater harvesting. So collecting rainwater and using it later is called rainwater harvesting. By this method we can save and recycle rainwater. We can use that water in some other purposes. Children, as we know that rainwater is the cleanest and purest form of water on earth. So we should try to save this rainwater. Fine? That is why we do rainwater harvesting. So what we do in rainwater harvesting is, first we will collect rainwater on the roofs of houses, and through the pipeline this rainwater will be stored in ground tanks. And when there is no rain, we can use this water in irrigation and gardening. Fine? So as we studied that water is precious to us, and nowadays water pollution problem is the biggest problem that we are facing. So try to save water. Even single drop of water is precious to us. Work will be You have to read the chapter thoroughly at home and learn new words on page number 62 of the textbook. That's all for now. See you in the next class. Thank you.